for your own job, and you're kind of the guy that knows this defense better than anyone. I guess, have you tried to help the other guys along, but at the same time having to worry about?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you have to have a confidence about yourself. I'm very confident in my game and what I bring to the table. But I know that I need those guys, and we all have to work as a unit of 11 people to be as productive as you can on defense. So I'm trying to teach them everything I know. I ask them, if they ever need help with anything, I'm open book. So they can ask me about formations, how to line up in stances, what to look for, stuff like that, just because, I have the experience in this defense.
Trey, what's it like for you when you walked in here the first time and every coach that was with you the last couple years at UCF is sitting in these offices here?
It was one of those things where I thought it would be kind of different, but once I got here that first day, they were like, "Well, what's up, Trey?" And I felt back at home, just like the past few years. I felt like we just picked up where we left off. That's the beauty of the thing. These guys, they build relationships with you off the field. It's not just about football. It's not all about that. They want to know how your family's doing, how your girlfriend or boy, stuff like that doing.
Is it the same kind of vibe in the? Obviously the offices are different, the stadium's different, the environment's different, but the vibe that you get walking through there, is it similar to what you felt in Orlando?
Definitely. It's one of those things where they're no different. I remember their first time. They're actually a lot better than they were the first year at UCF. They were a little bit nervous. They hadn't worked with each other. That was the first time a lot of those guys were working with each other. Now this is their third year working together. They know how each other act. They know their families, stuff like that. So it's a lot more mellow. But the upbeatness of it and all that is exactly the same.
Hey Trey, how was the scrimmage for you on Sunday?
It was good. Those guys, they were flying around. We had a few mental mistakes, but that's stuff we can correct. But for the first scrimmage, I thought we did pretty well. Those guys were running around with the ball, trying to make plays, and that's really all you can do as far as defensively. Offensively, they looked really smooth. They weren't as slow. The tempo was pretty good. So we got good work on both sides of the ball.
Go ahead. What was your expectation about what the level of play on this defense in particular was going to be before you saw them? I mean, you knew it was a 4-8 team last year, and then how did that meet up with what you've seen when you've been on the practice field?
Again, one of those things where I try not to look at what they did last year because, I came from a team where we went 0-12, and the next year we won 6 games that fast, and we had the same players. So, it's not really – I just try to get the best out of them. I try to push them and tell them just run to the ball, make it a habit because we're not conditioning against our offense. If we can get in shape going against this offense, it'll be easy when we get the game. So I try to tell them to work like that. But as far as, the competitiveness, and these guys, they look good. I can tell that they have a lot of energy with these new guys coming in. So that's the good thing about that.
I think last week Coach Neal said, a lot of the answers before the questions are going to ask. What are those questions? What are the answers?
I think it's just like a lot of formations, kind of what they're going to give to you, how we're going to check the stuff. That just comes with playing in the defense and doing it for so long. You kind of know what teams are how they're trying to attack. And I think that's what I'm trying to help these guys understand. Don't look at the little thing. Don't look at just who's in front of you. Try to look at the big picture and what teams are trying to do to attack your weaknesses.
What would you say, Trey, is unique about this group of 10 or 11 coaches? It actually goes deeper than that when you consider all the guys that came with them on support staff, with Coach Duvall and others. What is unique about them, and what was important for you, to want to be able to play for them again?
I think it's one of those things where, again, it's kind of saying the same thing. They care about you off the field. A lot of coaches, they want to get the best out of you for football and just milk whatever you have for them that you can give them for football. But these guys, they ask you, again, they ask you how your family's doing, how you're doing, just little things like that. And you never know how guys are. They can just go home. Sometimes they might be upset about something, but every morning, they see you, they say, hey, what's up, how you doing? That little thing takes you a long way as far as developing a relationship with these guys.
Fisher was just telling us that when you called Jovan, you said, put me on all special teams.
Yes, sir.
Why was that important to you?
I think that's what made our team last year at UCF so great. I think that there was a competition. Guys are going to compete to start on offense. Guys are going to compete to start on defense. But once we started understanding that you need to compete to be on special teams, that's when we took the leap from the 6-6 to 13-0, and a lot of people overlook special teams just because they think it's just the dirty work. But that's a third of the game. We made plenty of plays, as last year at UCF with special teams plays, just stuff like that. And if you can play special teams, you can definitely play defense. Slightly, So that's why I just told them to put me on all of them, so I can just set the tone and be an example for some of the guys here. That's an important part of this team.